predictions, and I had the Packers near the top. Some not great news coming out of Green Bay here in the last hour. Obviously, Jordan Love banged his hand on a helmet during the Jets' loss, during the loss to the Jets over the weekend. Well, the Packers just announced that Jordan Love tore a ligament in his left thumb and had a procedure to repair it. Calling it just a little procedure. He should be fine for week 1. But here's Brian Gutekunst, the GM, addressing the media after the game.
Jordan is having a little procedure done on his left thumb that he hurt in the game. We'll put him out a little bit of a while. Hope to have him back at practice next week. And shouldn't miss any regular season time. That last play, when he kind of split two guys, I think the helmet just got it.
Yeah, that doesn't worry me.
Oh, really?
Left thumb. Tom Brady played with a gash that I think, remember Tom Brady got a gash? Was that on his throwing hand or his offhand? It was brutal. It may have been on his throwing hand. And Tom Brady won a playoff game.
Tom Brady, Jordan Love. Yeah, they're in the same boat. It's not just Jordan Love, though, Colin. I've been looking into the Packers since I started hyping them last week. So McKinney, the safety, he's banged up, missing time. Their top cornerback, Hobbs, also injured, missing a lot of practice time. And Jaden Reed, who can't stay healthy, their gadgety receiver. So you got 4 critical players there, starters, missing a lot of practice time leading into week 1. I don't want to go overboard, but like you need your quarterback out there developing rapport with, say,
you're right.
Golden, the new
if you were playing Philadelphia in week 1, I'd agree. They're playing the Colts. So they get a scheduling break, and they know it. So, again, if you're playing Jaden Daniels or Jalen Hurts, or you're playing Mahomes, or you're playing on, Thursday night, who's the Green Bay opener? I see here they're playing Saturday. They're playing the Colts. Who do they open in the season with?
I think it's the Bears, is it?
Okay, where's the game at? The Bears with new coordinators who have looked shaky.
Okay, so Colin, now we're getting to Jordan Love hurt again. When you kept saying Joe Burrow was fragile and I called him Glass Joe, he had numerous injuries. I mean, Jordan Love now, this is 2 years in a row he's hurt.
Okay, I don't want to sit here and unpack whether or not Jordan Love's injury prone or this or that. That's not interesting to me right now because there's just, it's just unfortunate, and we can just wait a second there. But yeah, listen, obviously it's not on his throwing hand. That's a big plus, obviously. But it's still a deal. Listen, we always get tough with words like big deal, little deal, small deal, no deal. It's definitely a deal. It's definitely a thing for multiple reasons. One, just even from a practical football sense in terms of like actual playing now, just even something little as taking a hike, of getting the ball, right? Getting the ball into his hands when he's taking the snap. It's just something that you now have to kind of deal with a little bit while you're going through practice. It's just an extra thing. Anytime, I always talk about this, anytime you have to add an extra thing to the list of things that you have to do, it's obnoxious. It's annoying. It's something that you kind of have to deal with. And especially when you're still a young quarterback who's trying to establish himself and be around. It's different if it's a Tom Brady in year 15 than Jordan Love, who's going to be going into his 3rd year now as a full-time starter. It's just different. It's just different. And now even missing some practice as well. Jordan Love now, and you guys know I'm a huge believer in Jordan Love, but like I said this all off season, what I'm hoping for to see this year is like, the Packers and Jordan Love included. And again, I did the caveat, I defended him and defended why all this unfolded, but it's like, I want to see this change now, is that like everything felt out of rhythm. Everything felt like I kept saying like it was like they were slippery, like they were playing on ice. Like it just didn't feel smooth. Everything just felt just kind of just not smooth. And there's really no other way to put it. And it just didn't, and nothing really felt like it was in rhythm on time. And like that's through practice. I want to see more organization because Jordan Love, I think will be able to pick you apart, but I just want to see more of a boundary around this team. Instead, everything is just so loose And sometimes it works and sometimes it certainly doesn't. And that's why I always refer that game against the Miami Dolphins. Like, everything felt so smooth and on time. And that was like arguably their best performance that I saw, that I believe. And it's just, I was hoping to be able to get this going in this, during the season. So anytime your quarterback's now not playing, it just disrupts that flow. It disrupts that, I don't even want to just say development, but just getting everyone on the same page. So yeah, it's annoying. Again, I'm not acting like, oh, this is it, the season's over. Like, I'm not saying that either. But this team does have work to do. And part of the reason why I defended so much of Jordan Love last season was because of the injury, and saying, well, now he's out of rhythm. Now he hasn't been able to practice. Like, like he enters week 1. It's time to shake off some rust. But now he gets injured. Now there's no continuity. Now any of the stuff that he was able to kind of get situated in, he has to now immediately not play. Not only not play in the games, but not be able to practice. And so it was like, it makes sense that he's now kind of behind, and he hasn't been playing for 10, years or so. So it's just like, it just got disrupted. And this is obviously not as extreme, but it's still, it's a cousin of that. And so it's just, I see this and I'm just like, Jordan Love, what are you doing? And luckily, it is on his left hand and not his right hand. But it's just, he's not going to be able to practice, obviously, right away. Even when he does, they're clearly going to have to work around a little bit. Like I said, when he even, when he's calling hike and taking a snap, it's still going to be somewhat altered. Maybe they might even just not even have him use his hand at all. And like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just going to be different. It's just not what he's going to how he's normally going to be. And anytime you have to kind of work around that, it's an inconvenience, man. It's obnoxious to deal with. And they're downplaying a little bit because they're like, oh, he's getting a procedure. Okay. When I first heard that, I was like, first off, since I knew who was saying it, I was like, all right, we're already downplaying what's happening here because you're getting a procedure on your thumb. Then I was thinking, like, a procedure could be like, he got an injection, he got a shot. They had to manually, essentially just manually adjust it, so to speak. But then I was like, but then I hear, okay, it's a torn ligament. I'm like, well, then he's getting surgery, and he's got surgery, and it's just, surgery is real. I mean, he's having surgery to repair the torn ligament. And again, even when you see what he said, where he's here, I can see the exact quote. This is what always drives me crazy about these types of things. Jordan Love is having a minor surgery to repair an injury to a ligament in his left thumb. Jordan is having a little procedure done on his left thumb that he hurt in the game. It will put him out a little while. We hope to have him back at practice next week. He shouldn't miss any regular time. This implies, for people who have not been injured, for people who haven't been around doctors, first off, kudos to you. But like this just kind of implies like, it's a little nothing. He just needs like stitches essentially. Just like you got a little cut and you just, boom, boom, boom. And it's just like, no, like it's going to be surgery. They're going to put him under and he's going to be down and they're going to have to go in it and they're going to have to cut through his hand and they're going to, whether it's, a minor incision or they have to completely peel everything back. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, surgery is surgery. They're going to go into it. They're going to he's going to have scar tissue. Like, it's just not like little, nothing. Like, there's really like no such thing. And again, it's definitely beneficial that it's on his left hand, but like, it's bad enough that he needs surgery. The only minor injuries there really are ones that you don't need to be cut. Because this is what people also have to understand. Doctors do not want to put you under. Like anesthesia, I know it's all routine and we do it all the time, but there's a reason why there's a separate doctor who manages that, because it's a real thing. Like we're literally putting you under to the point where we can do the surgery and not have you wake up. Like, it's just, there's no such thing as minor then. Okay. I mean, even a broken bone, they don't got to do it. They just kind of can, depending on how bad the break is. But, so this like, it always kind of drives me crazy when we just want to be like, it's nothing. Like, it's bad enough that he has to now go get surgery. And so it's frustrating, man. And also just even him getting surgery, there's still a recovery process. He'll still be down for the count. No matter how minor the surgery is, just recovering from anesthesia, just recovering from the inflammation. Like, it's just, all of it is part of the process. Most people don't feel well after anesthesia, and they get sick, and then what they can eat, and you're still going to be in bed for a day or two. Like, it's just or longer. Like, all of it just adds to it, and all of it takes away from getting yourself in peak conditioning, both from a physical conditioning sense, right, in terms of like how big, strong, and fast and in shape you are in any given moment, as well as now peak like performance, as in like I'm in the groove. I've been practicing every single, it's just like I'm able to focus 100%. I can put my all in it. There's just no barriers, and now there's barriers, and it's a few weeks before the season. It's just disruptive. I'm not gonna downplay it. Again, to be clear, I'm not trying to elevate this as like this is the biggest deal either. I'm truly not. But I always get annoyed when people try to downplay. They try to do it with JJ McCarthy and his knee, and Vikings fans freak out whenever you mention that the recovery wasn't exactly as planned, and how there was still a lot of swelling and inflammation, and how he had to get another procedure, and people were like, "That's not what happened. That's not," and they like freak out about it. And it's like, I had the surgery 3 times. I'm very aware of the recovery timeline and how things can kind of go left and right and up and down. And my hand, I shattered my finger, and luckily I didn't I could have gotten surgery or not. It was, one of those in between things. But it's just like, I've been injured enough to know, literally all over my body, upper body, low body, finger, like all of it, clavicle, like it's just this whole idea. He's just having a little procedure, just a little one. He just so little. He just is gonna have to go to the hospital. He's gonna have to interact with like 10 different doctors and nurses. They're gonna put him under. They're gonna cut him. He's gonna have to heal. His whole hand's gonna feel like it doesn't normally feel. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna be swollen. He's gonna have to take medication. He's not gonna be able to practice. Like, it's just, he's gonna feel nauseous. He's gonna be on other stuff that's gonna make him feel a little inebriated. Like, it's all disruptive, man. It's all disruptive, and it's August 12th, right? So like we're just a few weeks away from the season, and the last season was already derailed by injuries, Jordan Love included, and they were never able to get in rhythm. I want to see this team. I want to watch the Packers play and be like, that is a well-prepared team. That is a well-oiled machine. Gosh, when they play on time, gosh, when they are all seen eye to eye, when they are all connected, no one can beat this team. Instead, they were out of rhythm. They were out of step with each other throughout the entire season, and they were just never able to get it. And they did not look well practiced. They did not look like they were playing on time. They did not look like they were all on the same page. And it was driving me nuts to see, because it was just, you just kept waiting. Well, there were some injuries, and now when Jordan Love came back, so-and-so went down, and now he's back, but now he's a little bit more banged up. Like, you just kept waiting, hoping that with each week that passed, that they were going to connect, get connected, get in rhythm with each other. And they never did. And the way you do that now is through practice. So to have any type of practice derailed, any type of health derailed, it matters. That's all I'm really ultimately trying to emphasize more than anything. And this idea of having a little procedure. And again, when the guy who's speaking for your team doesn't want to say surgery, and he's saying, oh, a little procedure, it's like, okay, whatever you say. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers? How concerned are you about his left thumb injury? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.